Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jeff Antoniuk. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. I'm sure a lot of you are probably watching this archived as well. I'm here doing the fourth video today. This is going to be a series of, it could be 20 or 30 videos by the time I'm done. As some of you know, I've got a big gig coming up, 5 gigs coming up with the Baltimore Symphony. And I have to learn a whole boatload of music and a couple of instruments that I don't typically play. Alto saxophone, I've got a baritone saxophone back there. I play tenor mostly. And so I'm taking you through this process of learning a bunch of music, some stylistic things, and just sort of dealing with some new instruments that I haven't been playing for a while. So first thing, the Surgeon's General warning. There should be one right on here. The saxophone can mess you up. It should say that somewhere. Probably on the internet it says that. So on the third video, like 5-6 days ago, I played like, you know, a little bit of baritone, playing some ideas, turned off the live stream, practiced about 20 minutes more bari. By the time I put it down, I couldn't turn my head to the right and I couldn't take a deep breath. So maybe I'm just an old dude. Maybe I missed a memo somewhere, but yeah, need to get a harness for the baritone. I played baritone for years with the neck strap, and apparently those years are past me. So yeah, there you go. So I've got some harnesses in the mail coming. So I'm going to be one of those guys wearing the harness with the baritone. And so I went to the massage therapist today to get that all sorted out. And she's like, yeah, what's going on with your left hand and your left arm? I kind of noticed that. And it's interesting. I've been playing alto. As you know, I play tenor and soprano mostly. And I've been practicing a lot of simple mechanical stuff, because of course the keys are in a different place on the alto. So I'm playing simple patterns like 1, 2, 3, 5, something I've been playing since I was a kid. And there's little finger blips that I never make when I'm playing tenor, but all the keys are hinged a little differently. They're in different places. And I'm doing different root motions. It's just that simple pattern, 1, 2, 3, 5 in major. I might go up and down in whole steps or half steps or minor thirds. But it's driving me nuts that I can't do it evenly. So I've been practicing that a lot, and my hand and my arm are just messing with me. So yet another Surgeon's General warning that should be on the saxophone, and it's not. So there you go. Well, I tell you what, I want to move on to some work with the pitch window right now. And I meant to check. I think actually on YouTube there's a video of me talking about the pitch window from years ago. And it's a pretty effective tool that if I were going to be teaching somebody about tone, and this is something I'm personally using right now. I'm trying to get my tone on the baritone and the alto back. And one of the things, like the way to get the world's worst tone, here's how you do it. Pretty awesome, right? I can do a great impersonation of a bad middle school student. And how I did that is I bit like crazy. I was putting all the pressure on the mouthpiece, right? We all know how to do that. You shouldn't do that. It sounds terrible. So when I was doing that, if you think about our pitch, the sharpest available pitch we have is up there. So I was playing at the top of this pitch window. So high that I was voicing everything an octave higher, everything wanted to squeak, the sound wanted to go up high. So if you're having those problems, if you know someone that's having those problems, you may be playing way at the top of the pitch window. Way at the bottom is very out of control, flat, floppy. I cannot believe I'm on the internet doing this, but there you go. So we want to find out where we're at on the pitch window, right? So a really good experiment is play a good note, whatever you like. See how far down you can bend. Now do this with control, because of course this is going to relate to the Johnny Hodges stuff I need to do soon here. Until the sound just dies, right? So I can bend down quite a bit, and on different notes it can be further or less. Now if I start on that note, happen to be an A with an octave key, try bending up. I can bend up some, but eventually the reed just stops, right? So the idea is I can bend up, let's call it 10%. I can bend down, let's call it 90%. And that's cool. A lot of people are playing way at the top of the pitch window. So they have this thin, pinched, not good sound, right? So you get the idea. So it's a really great image of we've got this flexibility to work with, and we don't want to be way up at the top of it, right? I don't know what the percentage is. I've never tried to figure it out. Everybody's different. Every mouthpiece is different. But you get the idea, right? And the other thing is if you play lower in the pitch window, that bigger sound, you're flatter, right? So you have to push in the mouthpiece. So this is interesting. When I started playing alto, again, I used to play alto years ago, but when I started playing seriously, getting ready for this gig 3 weeks ago, my mouthpiece was further out to be in tune. And I actually put a little line here. Now that I've been playing pretty regularly for 3 weeks, I'm pushing in quite a bit further. I think I'm playing lower in the pitch window as I'm finding my voicing and my embouchure and all that stuff. By the way, you guys, I'm Jeff Antoniuk. I know people are just tuning in now. Thank you for tuning in. And by the way, if you have any questions, any comments, anything like that on this series, there are 3 videos before this, so I'd encourage you to go to YouTube, look up Jazz Process videos. And the idea is I'm taking you through my process of how I'm learning to do this stuff. As I said, getting ready for a big gig with the Baltimore Symphony. I've got 93 pages of music to learn and a couple different instruments. So anyway, as I'm working on getting my pitch together and finding that good sound, especially up high on the alto, I'm trying to play a little lower in the pitch window. So as opposed to playing that really nasty kind of pinched sound, trying to voice things a little lower, trying to have, you know, that bigger, thicker sound down there. And of course, this flexibility that we practice, trying to learn how to bend things around using, you know, certainly using the jaw, using the air, using voicing, all that kind of stuff. That's going to help when it comes time to do some of this Johnny Hodges business I need to do. 25 movements of music, and when I'm playing alto, of course, I need to be sort of channeling Johnny Hodges, the lead alto player from Ellington's band. So I want this flexibility, but I'm trying to get that big, thick sound. So I'm doing a lot of work with the pitch window and essentially, you know, playing, you know, just trying to place these notes, see if I can get them where that great sound is, a little bit on the lower side of the pitch. And that may mean that I have to push in my, my mouthpiece just a little bit. Flexibility is definitely going to come in handy stylistically. So upcoming chapters, I'm going to be talking about some of that stylistic stuff that I need to be dealing with. Some of the Harry Carney stuff on the baritone, some of the Johnny Hodges stuff, and Paul Gonsalves on tenor saxophone and everything else. I'm going to be talking about some mechanical stuff and looking at different instruments, certainly looking at the music a lot. So I appreciate you tuning in here. And like I said, I'm just interested in sharing a professional musician's process in how I go through getting ready for a big gig. I'd love to know what interests you. I'd love to know how you would do this kind of thing, how you have done this kind of thing. If you have any questions, let me know the comments. And as I said, if you go to my YouTube channel, Jeff Antoniuk Educator, I think I have 2 channels. Go to Jeff Antoniuk Educator. You'll see all this stuff archived, so you can see all of the videos. If you know someone that's maybe interested too, thank you for sending it on to them. Thank you for subscribing. And there will be much, much more coming, and I appreciate your time. Thanks.